Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lannie and I have my husband Dion here in the kitchen with me. This setup is a little bit different than what I normally do. Usually you guys only see my hands in the videos, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. Since Valentine's Day is right around the corner, I wanted to do something a little bit sweet for couples who want to spend that extra time together. Maybe you want to have a date night at home. So this is a quick and easy recipe that you guys can enjoy doing together. So in front of me I have salmon here. This is a little under a pound of salmon. I have some asparagus and the seasonings that we're going to use on the salmon here. So while I am seasoning the salmon, I'm going to have my husband cut the asparagus. And so one thing you want to do with asparagus is you see they have like a rough woody stem, and you definitely want to cut that off. And I don't want to micromanage him in the kitchen because this is my domain. But okay. I want what? No. Okay. Right. Go ahead. So just cut off the wooded stems and then cut them in little bite-sized pieces because we're going to have that inside of the pasta. We're not going to have it on the side. We're going to actually incorporate it in our pasta dish.
So like this much?
About. See, if you don't like your sauce, don't cook with them with a sharp knife in the kitchen. But yeah, about right here. That wooded stem is like pretty tough, and you don't want to eat that. Hold it like this, and then cut it. Because if you do that, then it's just going to roll all over the place.
Yeah, so cut it about 2 inches off the stem.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and season my salmon. I have some extra virgin olive oil here, and I'm just going to put that on the top.
What cooking?
And yeah.
What cooking?
Yeah, we're cooking.
We're cooking some salmon pasta.
Oh, the shake pasta. Oh, okay. Oh, Daddy, what?
Yeah. And for those of y'all who don't know that voice, that's our little 2-year-old Bailey.
Yes, we're cooking pasta.
Yeah, pasta. Yours. 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 Mommy, yours.
You want to say hi?
Say hi. Hi, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Go play.
All right, we're going to shoo her out of the kitchen. Go ahead and continue seasoning my salmon. You can go ahead and throw that away because we're not going to use that. And then we're going to chop those in little bite-sized pieces. So I'm just seasoning my salmon. You guys saw me put the olive oil. I'm going to put a little bit of salt. But I like my food nice and seasoned. I'm going to put in a little bit of pepper. And some garlic powder. Some onion powder. And a little bit of Italian seasoning. And this seasoning has marjoram, basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and sage. So it has some good stuff in it. And I'm going to put a little bit of that on it as well.
I always wanted to do this.
Oh. No.
What do you call them? Salt Bay. Your Italian Bay. Italian
seasoning Bay. All right, so we got our salmon seasoned. We're gonna pop it in our 400-degree oven. This, like I said, it's a little under a pound, so it may only take about 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, if that. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven.
All right, for the asparagus, we're just gonna chop it up into
little bite-sized pieces, maybe
1/4 inch or so, half-inch pieces. It's gonna cook down when you put it in the pasta and everything like that. So, just a preference.
Look at him. He know what he's talking about. A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get our asparagus cooking. So we're gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of butter. So you can go ahead and do that. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and salt my water. Whenever you're cooking pasta, you definitely want to cook it in salted boiling water. So I'm just gonna put in a little bit of salt here. Today I'm gonna be using thin spaghetti. So, oops, let's turn that down a little bit. I'm gonna probably do about half of this box, maybe, give or take.
Got our butter in the pan melting away.
So now we're gonna go ahead and put in some garlic. And this is minced garlic, you guys. You guys always ask me what type of garlic that I use, and it's the minced garlic. If you want to chop up your own garlic for this recipe, you certainly can do that. So you can just squeeze it. Squeeze in about a tablespoon. I like garlic. If you've only been dating for a few months, you might not want to use so much garlic. But we've been married for almost 13 years, so he can handle.
Deal with it.
He can deal with it. So we're gonna saute our garlic a little bit. You don't want to do it for too long because you will burn it, and you don't want to burn your garlic. So after it cooks for about 30 to 45 seconds, then we're gonna go ahead and put in our asparagus.
You just want to toss it around, let it get coated in all the butter and garlic. And remember, we're adding this to the pasta at the end. So
Right.
you just want to get the asparagus a little bit tender. You don't want to cook it all the way through, because once you add it and cook it with the pasta, you don't want it to be all mushy or whatnot. You still want to have a little bit of a bite.
Okay, wait a minute. Somebody been watching my videos. Okay. Good job, baby. So our asparagus is just about done. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that off of the stove. Our pasta is about done as well. It really only needs about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. You don't want to overdo your pasta because mushy pasta is just not it. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain this while he gets the asparagus off the stove. So now our asparagus is done, and this is how it looks. It still has a bite to it. Definitely don't want to overdo your asparagus. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and make our sauce, and we're gonna go ahead and put in the rest of that butter. So we're gonna stir that around, turn our heat down just a tad, and we're gonna let that melt. I'm gonna make sure our pasta isn't sticking back here. So that is done. And our salmon should be just about done as well. So by the time we're done making this sauce, our salmon should be good to go. So Deanna's gonna continue to melt that butter down just like so. All right, so he's gonna go ahead and put in a little bit of garlic. Just put in as much or as little as you would like. And we're gonna stir that around.
Thank you.
We can turn up our heat just a tad. I have a pint of heavy cream here. We're just gonna go ahead and pour that in.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. We're gonna cook this down until it starts to thicken. Now that our sauce has thickened a bit, as you guys can see, we're gonna go ahead and add in the seasonings. And we're gonna use the same seasonings that we did on our salmon. So we're gonna add in a little bit of salt. Okay, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some black pepper, and some Italian seasoning. Okay. Okay. All right, and we're gonna give that a good stir. This sauce has thickened up really nicely, as you can see. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and also add in our Parmesan cheese.
How much Parmesan we add there?
Just sprinkle some in there until you think it's good.
Good?
That looks good. Give it a good stir.
All right, so we have the sauce thickened up and ready to go. So now we're gonna go ahead and take our salmon out the oven. It should be ready.
Yes, it is ready. All right, so I'm gonna take this salmon and shred it up to put in the pasta. So while I'm doing that, Dion is going to put in the pasta and also the asparagus. So I didn't mention to you guys that this is one of his favorite dishes. We actually had this dish or something similar to it when we were living in Japan. When we got back to the States, I remembered how delicious the dish was, so I tried to recreate it. I won't say that it's spot on, but I don't know, it's pretty close.
She did a good job.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shred up this salmon. It is perfectly cooked. It's still very moist. I like to cook my salmon while the skin is still on. To me, it just helps the salmon retain its moisture. So
with the pasta and the asparagus and the sauce, I'm just gonna mix it together. Can't really go wrong with it. Just try to get the pasta and the asparagus and the sauce all incorporated together.
So I have my salmon here that I chopped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that into the pasta. All right, and husband's gonna go ahead and give that a good stir. All right, so this is how our pasta is looking once everything is nice and combined, and it looks delicious. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and plate this up. So our dish is done. We're gonna go ahead and serve it up. You want me to serve you?
Go ahead.
Okay. This looks so good. So you're gonna take
Let me get a spoon so I can try this out.
You want to make sure you get a little bit of everything. That asparagus, that salmon. There's a big piece of salmon there. Yummy. I'm gonna go ahead and serve me up some as well. Let me get a fork. All right, so let's try out what we did together. Yes. Oh, and what am I doing? I usually garnish with a little bit of parsley. Y'all know I love my parsley. I'm gonna garnish with that to make it pretty. He could care less, but I'm gonna put some on mine as well. And this looks good, you guys.
And if you first, go ahead.
Okay, you can add on a little extra cheese. I do have some Italian cheese, an Italian cheese blend. I'm gonna put that on the top. Do you want some?
Okay.
You good? So I'm gonna put a little bit of cheese on mine. So you wanna go ahead and dig in, see what we created together. See if it's any good.
Try to get a little bit of everything on there.
And you can still hear the crunch.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the asparagus has a nice little crunch to it still. Pasta's perfect. Salmon's tender. The sauce is savory.
Yes, it's so good. I'm gonna keep eating.
Well, like I said at the beginning, this is a simple Valentine's Day meal that you can make together. She always wants me to get in the kitchen and cook with her, so this is my Valentine's Day gift to her, right?
No.
Maybe. Part of it. But like always, thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe, like, let us know what y'all think about the new format. She wanted to try something different, to put her face in front of the camera so she can see all you beautiful people and y'all can see her.
As you guys saw, I was so busy dancing and enjoying my food that I did not contribute to the outro. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, I thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I hope it inspires others to get in the kitchen and cook with their significant others and make delicious food together. So I will see y'all on the next one. Until then, bye.